This way. No. Play menu, that's right. Man, this is gonna feel weird. What's up, Kenron? Oh, you're not the only one, my friend. You're not the only one. Is that right? In the Bahamas, huh? You know, I also had a feeling that this game was probably very popular in Europe as well. Watch, I can already tell, you know, people in, you know, on this game's last day, I think there's going to be a good amount of people flocking to play it. Might sound evil, but I hope Ubisoft regrets letting this shit. Oh yeah, no, it's not evil, dude. It's not evil. Nobody wants to forgive Ubisoft for this shit either. A lot of players are not. They're not going to forget it. That's for damn sure. They're just not. You Nightfall and Crazy, and then this got me into this. Well, I'm glad we did. I'm glad we did because this game was worthy of it. Crazy's probably the best sniper in the game, to be honest. Crazy's the best sniper in the game, and yeah. Right now, Nightfall is pretty much playing Cyberpunk. So, but he will try Splitgate, though. He said he will try Splitgate. But yeah, but previously he was covering this game. Hey, we found a match. All right. Oh yeah, there's a lot of young talented kids in this. I like both of these maps, but Attica Heights is just made for the M-16. Hey, we got a number 378 in here. All right. Don't expect me to play well. It's been a while since I played. It's gonna take me at least God knows how long to get back into the groove. And the sensitivity is probably gonna feel super fast because Halo is a lot slower. Yeah, but good news is that muscle memory is permanent, so it will come back. It's just gonna take some time. I don't know how much time, but it's gonna take time. Whew. That is a little fast. Whew. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's right. Jump is really? Jump is it? Okay. God, this does feel so fast. God, I'm rusty. What's up, Fireball? I mean, I've used it before, just not off. Shit. Is that who I think it is on my team? Am I seeing that right? Oh, okay, never mind. I thought that was Astonished. I am really rusty. Holy shit. All right, Chad. How many games do you think it'll be before I get my groove again? Easy Red says 4. A lot of faith. This is a lot of faith, man. 3 or 4. Oh shit. Yes, I have. And it's clearly showing. Got him! Oh yeah? How'd that go? Probably took you a good while to do it. You got a horse? Don't remember seeing that ability before, but okay. Really? Wow. Wow. Yep, it's definitely been a while. Holy shit. Sorry, I'm just trying to focus. I apologize for not talking much in the chat, but I'm just trying to get dialed in. The fuck happened to my controller? Which article? Damn it. This is also a different controller. I wish I played Mario 64. Ugh. People 100% will comment. Someone made an article on player count and Steam dropped. Hell, that's wow. I dropped 43 kills my first game. Oh, okay, but it was also on what's it called, on it wasn't a TDM. Alright, I'm gonna, while we load up another game, I'm gonna grab another drink because I'm gonna need it. All right, more mocktail. This game a lot, man, but at least there's games we can play to help fill in the void at this time. Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see how Splitgate ends up, to be honest. You know, nobody really knows how things are going to turn out, but all we can do is hope for the best. That's all you really can do. I mean, at first I'm gonna solo the hell out of the game. I want to, you know, that's basically how I play. I take some time without, you know, without playing with anybody. so that way I can learn the game. And then as I discover things, I basically start to, even though I'm not really a gameplay channel, as I discover things, I kind of, you know, I kind of share them with everybody who's watching my stuff, so. And I don't even squat up that often, you know? I mean, why I couldn't move. I was stuck behind the thing over there. Who is this guy? He did spawn there. I think Splitgate has a lot of potential. Okay. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a sad, sad day. Calm the hell on. Stupid shotguns. Bet you some of you guys are probably going to be crying. Okay, I'm gonna change it up a little bit. Hurdler, is that what I'm using before? Yeah, the paddle in the back isn't gonna cut it. Yeah, man, it's unfortunately the game's not gonna be saved. Not gonna be saved, man. Hate to say it, but it's not. Ugh, my teammates were really struggling. Holy shit. And I'm rusty. All right. La 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 la. Pretty sure it's Hurdler. Yeah. Jump mantle. A is melee. Perfect. What's up, John? 832. GG's, man. I is rusty. Gonna be hard for Ubisoft to actually pull me back into the other games. I know there's a lot of people that are not even gonna go back to Ubisoft. I mean, just for this game alone, and on top of that, everything else. It's a really, really sad state, you know, because it's like, why would you, like, why would you deviate away from, you know, what you were doing that made you successful in the first place, you know? I mean, there was one point in time where Ubisoft was very well respected. Like, everybody was looking forward to the new Ubisoft game. Uh-oh, Easy Red's in here. You know? Everybody was looking forward to that. Ubisoft didn't want to be embarrassed any further. Probably will be regardless. All right, here we go. All right. that a bad guy? No. I hate those things. Guys, I don't have work tomorrow, so what do you think? Play this game all night? What do you think? Maybe a little bit of gamer trivia or something like that? It's like the old days. What do you think? That was so close. Battle Royale for children. Got him. Fuck. Hey, first play of the game. First play of the game. First play of the game. Hey guys, who am I? Okay, I know you guys. I know one. At least one of you will know this character. You guys ready? You ready? You ready? Here we go. All right, here we go. Nanny nanny. Nanny nanny. I'll do it one more time. Nanny nanny. All right, who am I? It's a video game character. It's a character in a video game. If one of you knows this, you are epic if you know who that is or what that is. Firebug, the egg thief from Spyro. All right, you are officially a moderator now, Firebug. You've been coming here for a while, keeping me company, and on top of that, you got that right. So it's like, yeah, you get to be moderator now. Liberty. Oh, by the way, I believe Toys for Bob is pretty much making Spyro 4. And I've heard rumors that they're going to have some RPG elements in there. If Toys for Bob is making Spyro 4, we're in good hands with Spyro 4. And you can bet your ass I'll be streaming it on Jack's Arcade for that one. Spyro Remastered is one of those games to where you can come back like at least once a year and play it. Like I think the fall time, sometime in the fall or winter time would be like the best time of year to play like a Spyro game. I'm impressed by how quickly you got into matches. Whenever I queue up, it fixed toward 10 minutes. I wound up playing bots due to my impatience. I don't know. I can't explain it. I don't know either. That guy really chilling there in the corner. You know, looking back and playing this game, it's like, why were people bitching about the hit detection? The hit detection is fine. Surprise, motherfucker. Those submachine guns, man. Surprise, motherfucker. Really? Is that a noob tube? Really? Is that guy really just chilling there? playing like Butte. How am I getting fucking mapped like that? Ugh. I got to step it up. Yeah, that's people today for you. So, what have you guys been playing recently? I'd play Doom, but that for some reason now those games give me motion sickness, so no Doom for me. Otherwise, that's what I would probably be playing, at least for now. WWE, Hogwarts Legacy, XDefiant, Warzone, Fragpunk, Marvel Rivals, XDefiant. Damn. Yeah, there's a good amount of people that haven't. With me, I just ended up playing so much. You know? I was playing this game so much. Alright, we're joining a match, huh? There's that punishment again. What? That's some bullshit. Bullshit. Uh-oh. Oh, that's what got me. Type 1 in the chat if you're gonna buy GTA 6, regardless of whatever price it is. That second burst should have got him. Okay, so that's 2 1s. Well, you remember the combo, but not important yet. We're supposed to know what games are coming out on the horizon, been discussed in the past. So what do you guys think about Bungie stealing all that art? For Marathon. Yeah. So you didn't even like Destiny? I mean, you think they should have stuck with Halo? So during the entire time of Destiny, then I'm assuming. Because isn't that how long it's been? Yeah. Yeah, it shouldn't be too hard now because there's probably not nearly as many people playing. Why are you guys picking Echelon over Arena? You gotta be kidding me. As Angry Joe would say, are you out of your mind? That's how much they acquired them for? 3.5 billion? Jeez. Yeah, but they did have a bunch of expansions though, right? Why does it have to jam? Well, they had Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 and a bunch of expansions in between, right? Okay. What the hell? Whoa. Don't know what happened there, but okay. Come on. Where? Oh my gosh, there was a wall there. They are all over the place. What the fuck? Holy shit. Yeah, maybe. What do you mean, low bar? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Oop, arena, please, please, arena. All right, let's see. I wonder how many kills in total I have with this gun, with the M16. That's a question. That's the ultimate question. Holy shit. we're starting to feel it again. Starting to feel it again. They cooked that shit too. Really? Damn it. Not even there. It's getting there. It's getting there. Sorry about your cousin, Firebug. I'm very sorry to hear that. Ah, 52 and 15, not bad. When does this game shut down? I'm hyped for Splitgate 2. So am I, David. We have like another couple weeks. I think it's the 3rd. June 3rd is, I believe, when this game shuts down. Like 2.5 weeks after Splitgate 2 comes out. Or 1.5 weeks after Splitgate 2 comes out. So basically we have 2 weeks. 2 weeks to the day, I think. That one max prestige on your team was straight up no life for bro. I don't know. I was right up there with him. I mean, I am a level 301. I mean, granted, I haven't played in forever, consistently in forever. I mean, I wonder what level I'd be at now if I didn't stop. You know, I was other than work, playing pool, my dating life, and the gym. This was all I did, if you don't count sleep. But a lot of my extra time was spent right here, and I streamed a decent amount of it, played a whole hell of a lot of it. Yeah. Yeah. This is Purple Haze's boyfriend. Jack told me to stream on here because he's not that good. Jack is using the controller, but I'm playing, or I'm on camera. Jack is using the controller. There you go. It's an abusive relationship. Oh shit. I forgot to jump. What? You stop. Wait, Nightfall, you've been playing. You uninstalled Fragpunk? They must have pissed you off really bad if that's the case. Jeez Louise. Oh, you were installed 10 minutes later? Well, Nightfall, even though if it's an abusive relationship, all I gotta say is that if you keep going back, the sex must be good. It's the only reason why a man would go back to an abusive relationship. The sex gotta be good. Pull me back in with the skins. Yeah, that's what she said. Your channel's grown a lot though since, you know, you've been covering that game. Really, dude? Wow, how do you spawn there? Booga, booga, booga. Really? Packet burst. Why are you bursting my packet? What the fuck? Are you serious? You've got to be shitting me. Oh my god, why can't I move? Teammate! I tried to strafe the hell out of there on the left, and he was literally standing right next to me. Like, why? Random ass shit. This fucking mantle fucking. Man, this packet burst is kicking my ass. Thank you, Lord. I think that guy didn't see me. Fuck! Didn't see those guys. I hate that thing. It's like, once it goes off, it's like you're dead. D-E-D, dead. Dead. You can hear those birds in the background. Do I use heavy barrel? I don't think so. Nope. Lightweight. That particular setup works better for me. You know what would have been really cool? If they had like a Jurassic Park type of map for this game, and there was an Ian Malcolm skin, that'd be pretty cool. And like you could hear him say his quotes. Must go faster. Alright, Easy Red. You be good. Have fun. Damn, look at all that packet burst I'm getting. a nade. You guys excited for Borderlands 4 at all? Anybody? No? No Borderlands? Okay, so nobody here is a Borderlands fan? Guess not. Tried to. Now my left bumper didn't work? Three. Damn it. One short of 60. Blah, 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 blah. So nobody in chat is a Borderlands fan, huh? Unless you guys are probably asleep and you're not talking because you're asleep or you're sleepy or whatever the deal is. I get it. Totally get it. No, I told you, man, I played this game a lot. And those stats are probably not even correct either. They're close, but they're not correct. I'm 262 globally. That's insane. Like, and I haven't touched the game consistently in a long time. And I'm 262? Shit. What's up, recharging? Public lobbies basically become private lobbies now. Some people. Yeah, well, at least you're getting people. Even beforehand, you still saw the same people because, again, it's region-based first, so. At least that's my experience. I ran into many people many times. Damn it. Damn. What game did you play competitively? Damn it! Halo Reach. Ah. Now that's a competitive game right there in comparison. You gonna try out Splitgate? Really? Yep, count down the hours, yeah. Yeah, my if there's any game that has never left me, it's Halo. My problem with Halo now is like the how the game punishes you for using your right stick, you know, at all for aiming. It's insane. For Halo Infinite. Alright, let's pick up these tags. I'm playing like crap to this game right now. Yeah, competitive Halo players, in my opinion, are the best console players, period. Like that I don't understand right there. It's like, how is he going that fast all over the place? He wasn't even... Boy, am I playing like ass right now. You use servers in every match, there's a cheater. Yep, in Halo you have to be good at everything, that is true. Packet burst right now that this game keeps giving me is unreal. shit. Also, the M-16 doesn't do 90% of the work for you like the monitor shooters. Yeah, that's true. They've really buffed up the aim assist, man, in so many modern shooters, it's insane. And as a lifetime controller player, I 100% hate that. What? Okay. I don't want to blame my controller, but holy shit. Reach was a good game, actually. The only thing I hated was the damn balloon. Damn, this is the worst game of the stream right now for me. Holy shit. Thank God. This fucking packet burst is killing me. Everything is... This doesn't feel right. Yeah, armor lock was cringe. But I think pros back in Reach, I think all they used was sprint. If I'm not mistaken. It's pretty much just sprint. I don't remember seeing too many jetpacks. At least not in competitive. Could be wrong though. It's a long ass time ago. Ugh, terrible. I have high hopes for Slickgate 2 to save the arcade arena scene. The arcade arena scene really needs a shot on the arm for sure, because like I'm sick and tired of seeing battle royale / extraction shooters, and then whenever you do see something that has something to it, it's like it either dies or it's just not popular or whatever. So like I love the fact that Splitgate 2 has there's just too much to love about that game. I love the fact that it's like a hybrid shooter in a way. If they do well, Halo will be forced to step up as well. You think so? I would love to see Halo step up. I really do. I mean, again, like I said, it's the only shooter that hasn't left me. You know? Just like all I want in the next game is like, please, like first of all, I would love a competitive free-for-all mode, which they didn't have in Infinite. But another thing that I would want is for them to not like make your controls go all over the place whenever you use your right stick. And I barely move my right stick when I aim. It's mostly left. And that game just, like, for whatever reason, whenever I'm in a match, it just screws me over. It's not as bad when I warm up for like 30 minutes in you know, against bots, against Spartan bots. It's very consistent. But whenever I get into a match, it's like all over the place, literally. Hopefully Splitgate 2 will have no portal mode. I mean, they probably will. But, you know, I think once people learn how to use the portals properly, I think it's going to be something that really just, you know, changes the pacing, and anybody can use them. You just have to know how. So it's not really tough. It's just like, it's basic, but it's like, I think getting to a point to where you use them effectively is the tough part, like the part that's a little bit more challenging, especially if you have other players on the other team that know what they're doing. Yeah. And I like seeing the OGs, you know, step up and basically, you know, speak in their minds, because to this day it drives me crazy how you know, Halo pros are gonna like request certain things happening, and then those things just don't happen. Which, you know, as a person who's on the outside looking in, I'm looking at it and I'm like, that just drives me nuts. You know, nobody knows the game better than competitive players, especially, you know, the pros, you know, the guys who literally play a game for a living. OG Splitgate was full of Adderall-fueled kids on mouse and keyboard. It's absolutely decimating players with portal play. It'll be hard to find balance. Yes, it will. I was telling J-Boy Enderman, he was in the stream earlier, or he was in the last stream, when I had Halo before I switched back to this. He's a mouse and keyboard player, so I told him that I think that Splitgate is probably going to be mouse and keyboard dominant. I've seen pro gameplays of, you know, pretty much everybody that was, like, so many people that were given, you know, the codes to the alpha, the private alpha or whatever it was. Like, those guys, like, mouse and keyboard players, hands down. You know, in Halo, they had to find balance because controller was too good, so they gave mouse and keyboard a little bit of aim assist, like a tiny bit, along with, I think, bullet magnetism, so... That's one thing that I think makes Shotzi unique. Because Shotzi started playing Halo back, you know, during the days when I first played Halo, when he could barely walk. So this kid, he's played in both eras, so... Oh, that was behind me. Okay, I did hear somebody behind me. More games have input-based matchmaking. Yeah, but they don't want to split the player base too much, especially. I mean, for competitive, you should, in my opinion. This controller is definitely different than the PS4 controller that I play better with, that's for damn sure. Yep, I agree. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Recharging. That's what I'm worried about. I think that, I mean, I don't know. I mean, is it going to be enough for everybody to continue playing? I don't know. Oh, no wonder everybody left. Oh, and I'm West Coast servers. Okay, no wonder. That makes sense. Recharging, since you and I are about the same age, my, you know, a couple close friends of mine basically used to say, kids play COD, men play Halo. Which I thought that was kind of funny, but there is a little bit of truth to that if you think about it. Goddess for babies, especially modern day. Oh my god, don't even get me started. The only game that you can't tell the difference between the obvious cheater and just aim assist. Huh. Well, he's going for B, huh? Okay. No, an untrained eye cannot tell the difference. If you look at some of the best players that I follow, you know, whether they're pro players or whether they're like really good pub players, like legit good pub players, there's not many of them left. They can spot a cheater like that easily. So, and what I don't like is that like there's like people just don't give a shit anymore. You know, there's obviously people that have made millions upon millions of dollars and become very popular off of cheating, you know, and just hiding it. And at this point, people don't care. You know, they buy into the shit. It's no different than the fitness industry. You know, people are going to believe anything that anybody says. You know, if somebody says something that they like to hear instead of what they need to hear, you know, they're going to follow the, you know, they hate the truth, you know, because the truth is hard to hear. So they're going to, but they're making it worse on themselves. So recharging, there's not a day that goes by where I don't wish I could go back 20 years with the knowledge that I have now when it comes to these shooters. And the thing is, I didn't know anything, and like I used to think that spawns were random. I had no idea. I didn't know how to properly aim, you know, left stick versus right stick, aiming while strafing and all that stuff. I mean, I didn't know it. I had no idea. It's like, hey, let's just get in there, play, whatever, who cares, right? Still had fun no matter how good you played, which is a sign of a good game, but I had no idea what the hell I was doing, man. And it seemed like all my friends did, because they all kept getting better and I just kind of stayed the same. You know, it wasn't until YouTube. It wasn't until like YouTube that I figured out how to play properly. Because after a while I was like, okay, I really want to improve. What do I need to do? And I was looking at so many videos, couldn't figure it out. And then it all started with one YouTuber who actually wasn't that good that said something, and that stuck with me. And I was like, boom, that made the difference overnight. And then after that, I was like, okay, there's a method to the madness. It's not all random, you know? And there's nothing, and let me tell you, recharging, there's no other shooter out there that gives me the kind of dopamine that Halo does, because getting that kill and that engagement before the kill and being accurate with your shots and trying to get that perfect kill gives you so much more dopamine than, you know, a game like this that is significantly easier to get a kill in. Like in the dopamine department, you know, a game like this is like an appetizer, and Halo is like a full course meal, you know? I'm gonna read what he has to say on social media. I haven't read the whole thing yet, but these guys are. Oh, wrong way. Man, haven't you guys learned that crouch walking does nothing? Question, consider me the answer. I knew there was somebody behind me, but didn't do anything like an idiot. We need a Halo 3 like Halo. 4-shot BRs killed my dopamine receptors. Nothing can come close anymore. Yep. Social media helped everyone get better. It's why there's so many sweats now and everyone seems to shoot straight. Yeah, but at the same time, the skill gap is still very, very wide. Very wide, you know? The thing is, a lot of people are just not willing to put in the time to, like, really get good. You know, they want a quick fix. That's one of the reasons why a lot of people leave Halo quicker than they would, like, let's say, you know, a game like this, which doesn't take as much skill, you know? Fuck. Yeah, that's another thing. You don't know who the hell's using. Well, I know recharging would know, but it's hard to tell, you know, for your average player or even above average player to tell who's using Cronus, who's not. Damn it. Okay, where the hell did my... Wow. Sit down. Yeah, well, they're not going to say that because they don't want anybody that knows how to manipulate that shit to know. But like, you know who else is really good? Like in terms of the cream of the crop, you know, competitive players. People who play Quake. People who play Quake are really good. Nope, it will not. But it sure will give you an advantage. I do love how you see, you know, gameplays when pros run into cheaters occasionally, and they still win. That shit makes me laugh. You know, like I think I remember seeing Lucid make a video where he ran into a cheater, and he still won. I don't understand the satisfaction of cheating, like how people hack the old. Again, man, it's this generation of kids. They don't know any better, dude. That's my answer. That's my answer. They don't know better. They don't, you know what I'm saying? They don't. They grew up in an era where it's normal and common to do it. And then of course, you know, some of those content creators that cheat are like, well, if you ain't cheating, you're not trying. It's like, you know, so it's like bunch of BS, man. All it is, it's a bunch of BS. So recharging, I have to ask you. I put up an interesting poll a few days ago, and the question was, and I'm paraphrasing myself here, what was the beginning of the downfall of multiplayer shooters? And I had like 4 choices, because YouTube doesn't allow you to make 5 anymore, from what I remember. So let me actually go to my own thing just to make sure I get it right. Let's see. And we have 128 votes on it. So I said, in your opinion, what started the downfall of multiplayer shooters originally? And the choices are battle royale, competitive / esports, corporate greed, and content creators. So a battle royale is at 30%, competitive is at 9%, which is the lowest, corporate greed is at the highest at 49%, and content creators is at 12%. So competitive / esports was voted as the least likely reason the downfall started. And then the highest was corporate greed. So again, battle royale at 30%, at second place, by the way. And then competitive / esports, then corporate greed, content creators. So very interesting. 2019 to present COD is crap. I agree. And there's going to be people out there defending Modern Warfare 2019. I'm like, what? Modern Warfare 2019's maps were horrible. And they took a step back. There wasn't really that much innovation. You know? The campaign looked incredible. And then with multiplayer, it's just like safe spaces for players to hide. The fucking video game. You get better with time. You get better with learning. You get better with, you know. I know back in Recharging's day and in my day, because we're 5 years apart, you know, like, we never needed a handheld. We just went in there and played, and we learned. And this was back before YouTube. YouTube, I think, came out and went live in 2005. Xbox Live went live the year before. Let's see. Corporate greed makes games easier to appeal to the masses. Lower quality games produced at higher rates, made for casuals to feel good about their mediocre gameplay. Yeah. Mediocrity is often rewarded, as they say, as the Navy SEALs say. I've said this so many times, a good shooter is defined by its sniping games. The sniping is fun, good game does vice versa. I think about the best CODs. I mean, peak Call of Duty in terms of pubs was Black Ops 1. Peak Call of Duty in competitive was Black Ops 2, in my opinion. There are other Call of Duties that came close, but in my opinion, Black Ops 2 was peak competitive COD. And then pub-wise, I think it was Black Ops 1, in my opinion. Although, I will say this. I don't think Call of Duty should have been a competitive... I personally don't think Call of Duty is a competitive game in the first place. I know that there's a skill gap. I know there's competitive modes and competitive rules with maps and things that are banned and shit. But in my humble opinion, Call of Duty is not a competitive game. You know, you can put lipstick on a pig, it'll still be a pig. So, in 2018 and forward was a turning point, so also in a way you could say Battle Royale, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That Fortnite, man. So, that's my opinion. When they went competitive and started to alter the sightlines, pros didn't like it sniped across the maps. You know, I remember pros were bitching about Advanced Warfare, and I thought Advanced Warfare was a pretty competitive COD. You know, because they didn't like the verticality of how fast you can jump with the jetpacks. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I can understand the frustration, but I'm like, dude, like, you're one of the best in the world, you know? Holy shit, what am I seeing here? Oh my gosh, Pookie Muffins with 334, and then Rick Hydra with a 407. Holy fuck. But anyway, and then there's another one that says, Touch Grass Rick. Okay, they know each other, obviously. By the way, Recharging, in my opinion, I know you can say blasphemy all you want, but I think Halo 5 was a very good competitive multiplayer shooter. You know, with those little changes in the advanced movement in the Magnum as starts, you know, because it really took skill to hit your shots consistently with that gun. Like, I would say Halo 5, in my opinion, for me personally, is like the best competitive Halo game. I know Halo 3 in most people's minds is king, but for me, Halo 5 is like the one that took the cake. Halo 5 is overhated. Not a hot take. Yeah, it's definitely overhated. Ever since beta, the hit detection was so good in that game. And then you've got the movement, the graphics were good. It always played at a solid 60 frames per second. I mean... So, I love Halo 5. I will go as far as to say that Halo 5 is right up there as one of the best, you know, ever. is my shit fucking jam up? I hate it when it jams. Touch grass, Rick! If I'm what? M-16 player what? Oh shit, that's a swarm, I forgot. I've talked to them a few times, they're annoying to play though. They love ability cheesing. Yeah, I bet. It's part of the game, I guess. Wow, none of those guys died, huh? These are on 6-4 Legion drones in their stack. Damn it! Oh, jeez, really? Yeah, that's XDefiant for you. My teammates don't know what they're doing. Ooh, 77 ping. Oh, wow, I'm on West servers? Holy shit, I'm on the other side of the freaking... I'm on the other side of the freaking country at this point. Yeah. My poor teammates. So, Recharging, what are your hopes for the next Halo? Like, are there any requests that you have? Like, as someone who obviously knows Halo, like, are there any particular requests that you want in the game? Like, you know, like, is there something that you feel has been missing that needs to be brought back, or something new that needs to be implemented? Like, what's your take? Like I want to know, like, what it, you know, what would it take to make, you know, for Halo to have that impact? I mean, we could never go back to the days of Halo 2 and Halo 3. You know, it was a different time back then. Playable elites? Well, the problem with playable elites, John, is that a lot of people are not going to use them because they make themselves easier targets because of how the hitboxes are on those elites. And it can also be confusing, even if the hitboxes would be the same as the Spartans. It would be confusing because the elites just look different. They have a bigger body and all that other stuff. So I don't know. I mean, unless you were to design the elites differently. Bunny Huppies and Zendayas are still around. They're always there. Damn it. Weapon balance. Shit. fall. Not see him. God, that one guy was zipping so fast. I swear this thing. What headphones we got, man? When been able to sound horse since 2016 when my Astro stopped working. I've been cheap since. I'm gonna. What's your budget? Money ain't a thing? The hell? What's that? I haven't played hardly any Halo for like 2 years now, but I would say the need to obviously increase the PS5 to extend the player base. I hear that's coming. Take some notes from XDefiant, reward objective play and ranked. There's a whole bunch, to be honest. The franchise is a hot mess. Yes, it is. Man, you guys are so lucky I'm dealing with packet bursts. Stupid. That was stupid. I think the main complaint most Halo players have is a lack of player base and the long queue times these days. Yeah. They had those players in the beginning, but we didn't get an update for like 9 months, and that's what ended up killing it. And they didn't even release with Team Slayer. I mean, it's like, come on, dude. No competitive free-for-all for me was one big thing that I didn't like. Plus the way the right stick works in the game, that's one thing I don't like. It's like every engagement is like so different in terms of how your sensitivity feels and all that other shit. So it's like, but John 832. These were normally $200, and they are wireless. I'm just using them wired because I'm on PC. But I got them for 50 at Amazon. I think it's called Lucid Sound or some shit. I don't remember, but I need to find it in my Amazon. But also, the left one for these is lower in volume, and it needs to get fixed. I don't know if it's because I dropped it. Could be because I also use these for the gym. But these are the SteelSeries Arctis Game Buds, and I was actually using these for XDefiant on PC not a while ago. They're all compatible with PC, but you also have to get a specific one for Xbox if you have an Xbox, and if you have a PS5, you know, you have to get the other one for that. So this is the one that's actually compatible with the PS5 as well as the Xbox. The PS5 as well as the PC, which I didn't know at first, but I still got it. It was the only one they had left, and I had to drive a distance to get it because it was still new. They're with tax. They're about $171, $172. And they're good. Like, they're completely wireless. They're noise canceling. They also have Bluetooth. It's you know, they have a 2.4 mode, and there's also some presets for some games that are in these. And there's an app for them as well. And you can even, not just for PC on your PC, but you also have them on your phones. There's a SteelSeries app you can download for. And I've used, you know, SteelSeries products in the past, and they were always good. I had a headset, you know, but then after a few years, you know, it just kind of didn't work anymore. But it was a high quality headset. It was what was it? It was the Arctis 9 or whatever it was called, and it was like a $200 headset or 200 plus, but it was solid. I don't think you need a $200 headset, but you know, at least not with my experience. I mean, these were somehow originally 200, and now they're, you know, I play with them wirelessly on Xbox, but on PC I have them wired. So, anyone know if we can preload Splitgate 2? Ooh, that's a good question. If anything, if I had to say, it could be either this. It could be either later today or tomorrow. That's my guess. And IEMs are the way they've always happened. Come on, guys. What do you mean IEMs? And the thing is, like, I don't listen to a lot of the current pros right now, and you know, because they're sponsored by certain companies, which may not be the best headset out there. You know what I mean? You know, because, you know, just because somebody's sponsored doesn't mean it's the best. You know, so in-ear monitors, earbuds, essentially. Yeah. I remember watching Parasite use them, and he's a COD pro. Also, I've seen Spartan. I've seen him use those as well. So for me, it's like, okay, I don't have to. My ears don't have to get hot, all that stuff. So, like, for me, I absolutely love the Game Buds. I just have to return them, you know, and they can bring me new ones. I have to go through that process because the left one is really, really, really low in volume, and the right one is just perfectly fine. So. But in terms of the quality, in terms of everything, very, very solid. The fuck? do this all day. Don't underestimate someone who knows how to aim. Oh, you should have so missed that. The wired ones? How did I fucking miss? Yeah. Damn it. Yeah, Sennheiser always does good stuff. I know that for sure. That guy's cracked out of his mind. Yeah, remember fellas, he's also got no budget, so... No, you're not weird for putting extended mag on everything. I mean, it depends on what... I mean, it would make sense for a submachine gun, but... But remember, someone who uses extended mags a lot may be struggling with, you know, target acquisition. So if it's a crouch... Damn it. Haha. Yeah. I almost fell off. All you do is stick around, hold power spots and angles, maybe not, lol. Nah, I'm too, even for a gun like this, I'm way too aggressive. But I just happen to be in that power spot. Damn it! Fuck. Yeah, definitely movement abuse. Damn it. Quick mags overextended. It makes a difference. Mullet man with an LMG. The best games, let's see. Take me back to 2003, man. Take me back to 2003. Times were much simpler. All with rapid everything. I was 18. It's when I graduated high school, and then I found out about Halo Combat Evolved, and then 3 weeks later I got an Xbox, and we were landing it up at my friend's house. And then fast forward a year later, Xbox Live went live, and Halo 2 came out, and that was the time, man. That was the time. We knew how good we had it, but we didn't know how good we had it, if that makes sense. Yeah, I remember Halo 3 was like the first game on console that had a beta. And I didn't have a 360 at the time, so I had to play it at my friend's house, and damn, it was a really good freaking beta. I was like, damn. And betas back then lasted longer. They lasted for like weeks, if I'm not mistaken. And then the game came out like, I don't know how much longer later. But I remember on my way to my friend's house, I remember them telling me that like all the different changes that they made from Halo 2 to Halo 3. And the good old midnight release. Type 1 in the chat if you guys missed the midnight release. Like seriously, like those OG midnight releases, man. I mean, shit. I think the last one I did was... The last midnight release I did was for Black Ops 4, probably. 7 years ago. But I remember when I been a first, like I remember when, you know what was really cool? Back during 2012, Halo 4 and Black Ops 2 were like a week within each other on release. And, oh, like I didn't have transportation, so I had to take the bus. And I got up as early as possible, took the first bus, and then the first one was Halo that came out. And I went to GameStop, picked it up first thing, and then came home. Well, by the time I had to stop somewhere in the middle because it would have taken a lot longer to get to the terminal and wait for the other bus to come directly home, closer to home. So what I did was I stopped somewhere to where there was a straight line home for a walk, and I just walked. Like I walked for, it must have been 2 or 3 miles. Yeah, sure, we'll go P90, why not? And I did the same thing with COD, and it was... What the hell? Yep, pretty much. And I did the same thing like a week or two later with Black Ops 2. Like I was in between jobs at the time and didn't care. Top 3 favorite Black Ops 2 guns? Easily. AN-94, MSMC, and the Scar H. In that order. Packet burst is insane. Cool. I remember Xbox Ahoy when he was doing his thing. So, I have to ask, where's he at? Where's he at? What are your guys' opinion on them putting Bloom in the DMR for Halo Reach? I know they got rid of it for competitive, which is good, but they implemented it in pubs. Like, what is your guys' opinion on that? Black Ops 2 SWAT 556 with a target finder and camp my fat ass off? Yeah, that sounds about right. SWAT 556 with the target finder. You know, because it was whatever. I hated Bloom. The M8 was superior to the SWAT, but the SWAT was still a solid gun. Bloom is and always was trash. Yay, recharge, and we agree. I love it. I love it. I did not like Bloom, and I had no idea what the hell I was doing wrong. I really didn't. I didn't become aware of the YouTube scene and videos and shit like that until 2012. So Claymores all around just really piss people off. Yeah, Yeah, I'm not a fan of Bloom. And the thing is, like, I used to think that the weapon would be. Hey, what's up, Arm Dizzle? I used to think that the weapon would be, you know, that the round would go in the middle of the circle, no matter how wide the circle will expand. And lo and behold, I find out so many years later, thanks to YouTube, that the round can literally randomly go anywhere in that circle if you kept spamming it. So I was like, what the hell? I hated that shit. I had no idea what I was doing wrong. But yet, whenever I played SWAT, I was fine. But whenever it came to regular, I was like, I guess I was just bursting it too fast. If I knew that, though, it would have made a difference. But I didn't know that. I was an idiot. And nor did I think, you know, that the reticle getting smaller would make me more accurate. I didn't think about that. So it just goes to show you that I didn't think when I played back then. Yeah. That's true, but most people don't do that in Halo, you know, because you never know. I mean, they could be taking damage from somewhere else. And if you're playing SWAT, you're definitely going to go for the head. But I did not like that mechanic. It's worse than uncontrollable recoil, in my opinion. But I want, you know, this is a hot take, but I want the Halo 5 Magnum to return as a starting weapon, and a competitive weapon at that. I love the H5 Magnum. That gun alone is the reason why I played as much as I did. I mean, it really took skill to be very consistent with that gun. It took so much skill. And it sounded good too. It looked good. The skins on it were awesome. Just not the Halo 1 yeah, the Halo 1 Magnum, 3 pops to the head, you're dead. The thing was OP as fuck. But no, the H5 Magnum was... Like, if you watch gameplay of the Halo 5 Magnum, you'll understand. I mean, the Halo 5 Magnum was just chef's kiss. I love that weapon. The only thing that sucked was that it made the battle rifle and the DMR obsolete. Because it was just overall better if you had the skill. Headshot. I don't think anybody figured out. They're just bushes! Alright, John. Thanks for stopping by, brother. That masked gamer dude must hate my ass. Thank you. Yeah, I think I'm starting to get a feel for things. Dude. Damn, close. The nade that I have is the what's it called? The EMP grenade. Comes in handy for taking out a lot of those shields and shit that they put up. But yeah, starting to get a feel for it again, which is nice. I got an easy week this week, thank God. These career stats are not even accurate, not even close. It only keeps track of up until 10,000. The grenade gameplay in Halo has always been good. Just kind of use them to keep enemies away and shit. Like out of every game out there, I'd say Halo is still the king in terms of, you know, arena first-person shooters using grenades. Because Halo's foundation is about the weapon, the melee, the grenade. It's about those three. My stats say I have something like 500 hours in the game. My PS5 says it's more than that. Yeah. The XDefiant.gg or whatever it is, that's the closest you're going to get. I don't think you're going to get any closer than that. Even that one is not up to par. Yay, found a match. Still faster than Halo Infinite competitive, especially at this time of night. Or should I say morning at this point. I need to find you that headset you were asking about, to like it's the one that I'm using right now. So it's quarter of the price than when it came out, and it's last gen, but it can still be used with current gen consoles. It can still be used on PC, and it works great. Not fancy or anything, but originally the price was $200, and then they dropped it to $50. So right now it could be even cheaper. I don't know. I actually have to. Gotta look it up. Okay, yeah, I found them for you actually. They're called Lucid Sound LS35X, and well, these are particular for the Xbox as well. But wow, they don't even have a price tag on them. Damn it. But yeah, they work very well. I mean, I can hear footsteps, no problem. All that good. Like, what you need is there, you know? You know, if you're on a budget, I would say that that's probably the way to go. I'm on West Coast servers. Now it makes sense. I mean, he's all the way on the other side, so... How do I not see him? What do you mean? What the? Penalty. Oh, when the player count is low, that's what happens. Can't believe I just turned on that guy. Damn. That was weird. Where is everybody? Oh, 3 of them left. Game feels really weird if you're on the opposite ends of the country, that's for sure. Hmm. So yeah, but yeah, the headsets are PowerA Lucid Sound LS35X. So they're mainly for the Xbox, but you can obviously, you know, put them on your PC as well. So I'm sure they have them for a PlayStation as well, but all right. Well, I am calling it a stream. We did 3 hours and 39 minutes on XDefiant, and then, I don't know, another hour or so of Halo, maybe? So It was, feels like we did in 5 hours, so. All right, so you guys have a good night. Thank you for joining me. 3 days away from Splitgate 2, man. 3 days away. So we'll see what happens with that game. I hear good things, so in time. So, all right, you guys have a wonderful night or day, and I'm not working today, so I might stream again. So have a good one, guys.